good, y'all, and welcome back to the Hidden Rows. Today we got another range type weapon guide. This time we'll be taking a look at the Kiba Thunder Sword's released version and breaking down its combos and how to use it effectively. So far in this series, well, it's not actually a series, but we've broken down the Kusanagi combos and the Shisui Katana combos, which in my opinion are the only two competitively viable weapons. Every other range type weapon, including the Kiba swords, are pretty bad and are best used inside of survival mode or casually. With that being said, let's get right into it. Kicking things off, we'll take a look at the combo strings, and apologies again to my Xbox viewers, but I'll be using the PlayStation buttons on screen. Again, I'll only be referring to every button press as a light attack, which is the X button on Xbox, or square for PlayStation, and the heavy attack, which is the Y button on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation. The first combo is the auto combo of all light attacks. You'll notice that the attack animations on this weapon are flashing and really aesthetically pleasing to look at, despite their lacking damage. Same goes for the light heavy combo, which in my opinion is the go-to combo on this weapon. Not for damage of course, as this weapon really doesn't provide good damage output, but you can get this sick Thunder Sword spinning attack incorporated into your combos. Next, the combo string is light heavy, which is the same as all the other weapons of this type, and probably provides the most damage. The downside to all these combo strings is that they all have a high hit counter, so you'll only be able to get maybe 8 to 10 hits with barely 40% damage to a heal type. The light heavy is another cool combo that incorporates a kick that leads into the thunder spin. This is also a higher damage combo, but there is a major downside to this that I'll discuss a little bit later. In fact, this downside applies to all the combo strings on this weapon. Before that, let's take a look at this weapon's unique heavy attack, the lightning bolts. The Kiba Thunder Sword's heavy attack is very similar to all the other range type weapons in terms of accuracy and range, though the trade-off is that this heavy attack has slightly better damage, a larger hitbox, faster travel speed, and doesn't knock your opponent down as easily. The downside is that it takes away your defensive options that a heavy attack of a range normally provides, as the stun is terrible. This is also due to its activation speed, as the frames to shoot this off in repetition are very slow, and it doesn't give you an option to cancel this with your chakra jump, despite being grounded. And that would pretty much sum up the reason why this weapon isn't viable. The terrible range and attack power of this weapon's melee combos are not balanced out by its heavy attack, as the lightning bolts are also a bad option. This weapon provides a unique moveset and is visually pleasing, but nothing beyond that. And like I said earlier, there is a major downside. All of this weapon's melee combos, to get them optimally done, require the combo to start off with the grounded light attack, but creating a situation for you to do so is nearly impossible. So you will typically start off your grounded combos with using your air light attack to tumble your opponent to the ground. But in doing so, you've now given your combo a higher hit counter, and your opponent will fall immediately after completing most of these strings. In fact, your light heavy string now doesn't get its full hit amount, as your opponent will fall out of the spin prematurely. That is why the light heavy is your go-to, because you'll still be able to complete the full spin and get a send bone off, which will cause them to soft knock. But you'll be able to extend the combo with flame lightning, which option you do not get with the triple light heavy combo string. So again, I have to reiterate that this weapon's melee combos are bad. No matter how good they look, the damage isn't worth all the trouble you go through to actually pull them off, which is the case even with Shisui Katana, but that weapon's heavy attack makes up for the weak melee attacks. The Kiba Thunder Swords, however, do not. But what if after you hear all this, you still want to give it a shot? Well, say less, because I got you covered. Because just like all the other unviable range type weapons in the arsenal, this weapon can also be carried by ninjutsu. Certain combination of jutsu with this weapon can elevate its gameplay and give the chance to deal massive amounts of damage. And yes, this is outside of the normal Kamui Bond and Majestic setup. The first loadout on this list is one we saw earlier briefly, Flame Lightning and Hiding in Ash. The main reason why you will want to pick up this weapon is for the combos, and this loadout helps you do just that. You can use Hiding in Ash after an air light attack to reset the combo counter and go into one of the combo strings without worrying of the enemy falling earlier. Or you can use Flame Lightning after your light heavy combo string to extend your combos and get a TOD. Actually, regardless of what combo route you go for, you're guaranteed a touch of death if you use Flame Lightning at the correct time, and pull them back in for more punishment. But that's a pretty basic sweat build, and maybe you're looking for something more unique and challenging. Maybe you just want to get punched on because picking this weapon by default is already unique and challenging. But whatever, here we go. The next part incorporates your heavy attack and requires a very specific jutsu, namely detonating clay twin birds. After that, you will just need something to keep your opponent in place that allows you to launch the clay birds. Shikigami Dance Shield, Poisonous Smoke Bomb, or the best option, Icicle Swallow. The next part is a bit tricky and definitely requires practice. In fact, this next part is the reason why I decided to drop this video in the first place. When the lightning travels with the clay birds, the damage is stacked when it hits something that's restricted. The heavy attack travels at just the right speed with the right amount of damage to make the next hit hurt. So I've only been able to lab this technique with Amaterasu Smoke Bomb and clay birds and Icicle Swallow and clay birds. But if you hit these jutsu just right, you'll be able to decimate your opponent instantly. So go crazy labbing and seeing what else you can do to get max damage off of these lightning attacks. And there you have it, the weapon breakdown of the Kiba Thunder Swords and the hidden technique at the end. I've been getting requests to do the Kakashi Chakra Swords, which I really don't want to do because I think they're very bad, like they're just a bad weapons to me. But if this video really reaches 500 likes or so, I'll be able to do that next week. Other than that, comment down below your thoughts on what they can do to improve on future range type weapons. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell so you won't miss out on any future tutorials, discussions, and OP gameplay. I'll see you all next time. Peace.